What up, wheat field? What up, y'all's wheat? What it do? Welcome back to the wheat field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, welcome to you too. Today's vibe is focus on the good. That's what spirits say. Thank you to the Alpha and the Omega. Ooh, I don't know what it is, but it's something about things being confusing or backwards type of energy. Omega, ending of something. We got Sky Father energy here, Omega energy. We see our little butterfly. Our lipstick is hitting a butterfly. Transformation. Hey, Veronica. Child says, not you a grown woman, says, look, that's an expression. Y'all know when we talk. When I tell you I was screaming in your comment section yesterday, because everything that you were pulling out, most of it was already on my table. I said, she just don't know. She can't see me. She can't see me screaming like, oh my God, you just said something about dreams and I got the Four of Swords dreams on the table right now. That's what's making me want to go read. That's why I can't stay. So it was very hilarious. I was sending you pictures during the reading that showed what you was reading was on the table. I know. And it was just like, oh my God. And I know how it is. The spirit got you. You are reading the energy, which is saying you're not seeing that I'm saying in the comments like, oh my God, sis. I could have most high God that. Look, I'm telling you, it was so profound. I was just like, this is mind blowing. That's why I said I can't wait to do another collaboration because what you were reading, that's why I asked the question because what you were reading is what was on the table. I was like, this is something special here. Like I haven't met a person that I haven't physically met to share that type of energetic connection. Yeah, it's really something special. Um, I cherish today. You know what I mean? Where you, Michelle, and myself can get together and just collaborate. I think about I gotta figure out how to get clarity because she be on the same wavelength. When I say sometimes she a freaking damn near reread a whole read that we just did. The energy is so consistent, and it is like for some reason like a lot of readers that I follow, we're all following the same energetic wavelength. So what's coming out from the spirit is very consistent. And I did have a crazy freaking dream last night. Dreams are super important right now. So make sure that you're using your dream journal or meditate on the dream as you're coming out of sleep and ask the spirit to give you the bits and pieces that you need. Like, where is the message in your dream? We dreamed about a person that we dated in high school that's transitioned. And we weren't in the same room. We were kind of like on the phone or something like that. And we were talking, and I was kind of explaining to him how to do something. We were sharing information about how to do something. So, and it felt like very loving, warm, comforting type of vibe. I woke up, you know, like, damn, I wish I could hug them, or like just thinking about those times in high school when like or right after high school, when we were close. So he didn't transition from violence or anything. He was young. When I'm 48, so he passed about 3 years ago. 3 years ago now. So we were like 45, and he passed. He ended up having diabetes, and he refused to take his medicine. Oh, So complications from diabetes because he refused to take his medicine. He was always a heavier kind of guy, but he never was like morbidly obese or anything like that. But I don't, you don't have to be. You know, type 1 diabetes is not related to weight at all. But I believe he did have type 2 and he did die of complications because he didn't take his medicine. So take care of yourself. Focus on the good. Thank y'all so much for tapping into the rising message. Whew. We don't know what we was doing. We don't. Today feels so odd, so weird. Let's get into these comments. Let's put the general comment up. I know I seen Veronica was saying some stuff. My sister was speaking. I don't know what we did with our, here it is. Every single day, we always have to wipe the stuff off the cell phone. I don't know why. And it's a habit. We do it right when we come online, we clean it off. And then we we finna use the camera or something and we're not. But we always do it. So maybe it's like pay attention to the things that you do that's like habit, ritual, but maybe it's really no real reason why you do it. We were also listening to gratitude affirmations on this rising. That's always a good thing. Focusing on the good. Like starting from right now. Like I'm thankful for my eyesight and there's something in my eye. So I would be thankful for clear eyes. Like I'm thankful for the ability to get this speck out my eye. So I don't know what that is. Don't judge. Pay attention to judgment. And they actually put in here November 31st, so 11/31. And then they put oops. It's supposed to say oops, I think. November 13th. So it's a transpose of 31 versus 13. We were picking up the numbers 31 and 13. We've been seeing a lot of 313 lately. That is one of the area codes for the D. I've actually been hearing it in readings. People been, putting or calling out the number 313. I'm like, dang, what's going on in the city? My daughter called me yesterday, which was odd. She, not odd that she called, but she called me right after work, which was weird. Because she usually doesn't call me on her drive home. And she was talking about dreams. She had a dream about me. And it was weird because she was saying that we were at some sort of event. Kind of reminded her of my aunt and uncle's 50th wedding. Anniversary wedding vow renewal. And she said she was, and it was right outside of her job, which is weird. And she told her boss she had to go outside and she had to, go see her family. Like her aunt and everybody's a big party outside, right? Weird. So she goes out there and she's weaving through the crowd. She's looking to find me. And she's weaving through the crowd, and it's always a bunch of people between her and I. And when she got to me, she couldn't see my face, and it freaked her out. Right? She like, Mom, what the shit? It was a whole bunch of people. I couldn't get to you, and when I got to you, your whole face was blurred out. I couldn't see you. I'm like, maybe it's because I didn't tell you all the details that happened at that event, and so maybe the hidden face was because it was something that I hadn't told you. I wasn't hiding it. I just was I'm not going to keep feeding energy into it, so why talk about it? So maybe it was something in that you needed to know. She was like, yeah, well, just stay away from those events right now because we don't know what's going on with the energy. I feel something's off. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen. I know that my daughter is intuitive. She also does birth charts, so she'll chart your whole shit, tell you how you're presenting in this life cycle, what are the lessons that you should be learning for your growth and your ascension. And she's very detailed, very detailed. Our spirits have actually been together before. So between her and I, and the way that we think in our conversations, Spirit say we might do some sort of collaborative work. She is an author already. She has published her first book. She's self-published on Amazon, working on a series of books. She starts, she stops. She's what do we call it in terms of the way that her brain works? I don't like to just say like ADHD or ADD or anything like that. Uh, Neurodivergent. Yeah, but I just say that it's just because she's gifted. You know, we see love, humility, and clearing coming through. Thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega. I invoke you to channel this message through us. Yeah, love and clearing, humility. Somebody may be getting humbled. It's a lot of people who are being called to humility. Not that you are just grandiose and egocentric. A lot of people are, though, right? And I never think about humility as like we need to be, you know, humble to one another, like peer to peer humbling. Because I feel like as creation and pixels of pieces of creation, the body itself, like my heart doesn't humble itself to my lungs, to my freaking liver. You know what I mean? We're all in the same body. We're whole. We're complete. Like we're operating and everything is important and it has purpose. But the body itself is humbled on and submitted onto the Alpha and Omega, which made us all, right? So everything that the beginning and the ending made is how we receive that. So it made the word, it made the breath, and everything that has been culminated in existence and creation, all of us, the composite is humbled onto the beginning and the ending. Where there is a beginning, there will be an ending. And to recognize that. So somebody might have been a little too big for their britches. They might have had a little bit too much dip on their chip. You know what I mean? And some shit done slipped. So clearing the energy and returning back to love is what we're getting. Anything else? Yeah, companionship. It could have been somebody that she was connected to. You could be moving away from a person that tried to humble you as if they are the god of you. You know how some people have that god complex, like they are a gift onto creation itself. No. Yeah, somebody is being called to change. And so you may be needing to positive reframe, like, you know, look at things from a standpoint of it's happening for me, not against me. See, reframe is something backwards. The energy is backwards. That's what Spirit put in the title, right? It's something with that. Like, we've been cold as heck. We look, now we feel like we want to take off this damn hat. We definitely need to take off our jacket because it just got warm. Super warm. So on this day, focusing on the good and reframing. So somebody could be going through some heavy stuff. It could be, you know, the weak. You know what I mean? When we are called to the mat and we are called to humble ourselves, or we go through a situation with a person that may want us to humble you, it does give you the opportunity to reconnect. You know what I mean? To get your shit straight, to check your priorities, to make sure you're doing things in alignment with your principles, your virtues, and your values. Yeah, limitless is here. We see inner power, inner child. So definitely work doing our shadow work. Wintertime is a lot of time for shadow work. We're slowed down. We see sacrifice and loss. So yeah, it's definitely giving shadow work. It's giving like putting things in order. Right? Cleaning up, cleaning house. The things that are backwards is like setting things straight, setting things right. So that goes right along with, you know, the ending of this calendar year or energetic year of the 9, right? Of things being released, things being wrapped up. You know what I mean? People who had these backwards mindsets are getting lessons to set them straight. We were getting a snake. It is the Chinese year of the snake, still 2025. And, you know, the snake gets a bad rap. You know, sometimes that mindset around the snake is just backwards, right? And we need to reframe it. The snake is something that's It's something about the way that it moves. It's a symbol of wisdom. It represents the flow of energy through the body, the wisdom, even your spinal fluid, the spinal column. You know what I mean? It's representative of wisdom and intelligence, right? Which is why in theology, especially Christian theology, the snake is like saying, trying to get Eve or convince man to eat of the tree of knowledge, right? It's associated with wisdom. Um, so we're not gonna get too far down in that, but it's just giving like that theology in the way that it represents the snake as if it is a trickster, as if it is Satan itself or representative of like a darker mindset that's like manipulative. I think is what's giving it a bad rap. Think about it how you want to think about it, but just, go with your girl for a second. The snake did not lie, right? If it was the tree of life and they ate it and their eyes were open, what the snake said was true. It did not lie. It did not lead them astray or down a wrong road. They had realization once they did eat. Now, did they disobey? That's something else to debate. But it's just the fact that what the snake said was true. And that's all I'm saying. That's it. Limitless. It's here. So somebody is transforming. You're shedding old skin, right? The skin that you're in is too small for you, and you need to grow. You need to release that. And in order to release the skin, you wiggle through like resistance, right? Tight spaces, rocks and stuff to peel that skin off. So it's not always going to feel great. You're going to run into people that are going to be resistant to you to help you change so that you can reveal what's really in you or underneath the new you. Yeah, it's a transformative process. It is. And even when we think about the theology in just that one little space, it's transformative. They were able to transform their mindset by eating from the fruit of knowledge. So I always, take bits and pieces with a grain of salt, but it's just that lesson, right? This, yeah, good gentleman is coming through. Definitely giving King of Wands vibes, right? With the lion and the wand, the walking stick. Could be an older gentleman coming through. This could be the person that has the God complex, because I heard God complex. King of Wands could think they suchy muchy. You know what I mean? They could be very, attractive, charismatic, or they, this person is an older gentleman. They could be like, a zaddy. They could be, one of them salt and pepper, silver fox. I would, silver fox. Anywho, y'all. We took a sip to that. Just saying. Anywho, his thoughts. They giving me backwards. Like, he is challenged by his mindset in the way that he thinks. He needs to humble himself, or he's being humbled. Okay, so Zaddy done fucked around and got with a hottie or baddie. Zaddy got with a baddie and got humbled. That's what happened. See a change. Didn't we say change was here? Change. Right? A change. But they put it in reverse. So either Zaddy was not changing or he needs to humble himself. Be humbled. It's like, be humbled. Sit down. Be humble. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, court person. Somebody telling them you need to do something with this refusal to change your mindset. Silver Fox has a settled mindset and they don't want to change it. Zaddy done went out and got a baddie, and I think she about to teach his ass a lesson. What's this? Rich, good gentleman. Yeah, he can have money. He can have bread. Yeah, pleasant letter, main person, a little child. Oh shit. So Zaddy might be finding out that his baddie is pregnant by somebody else. I don't know. He might be getting a letter from the Most High telling him, that's kid shit you got going on in the inside. Like, you too old to be acting like that. Thief. Like, you robbing yourself. Like, I'm gonna need you to quit acting like that. Jumping in and out of shit. Like, I'm gonna need you to sit down and act like your age, not your shoe size. Love him. Mr. Nelson came through, so Nelson could be significant. This person could think they a whole prince. I told you, God complex. I heard sit down. I heard, don't worry about it. They finna be humbled. So Big Zaddy with the baddie finna be humbled. Fuck around and take all your little bread because they feel like he feel like he got change. When he left with change, then maybe that's when he get change. I'm just saying. Marriage card. Fuck around and marry that chick. I can't make it up. Married her and bought her a house and all kind of things. Look, it's getting thick. It's getting thick. Look, working his ass. Oh shit, working his ass off. Look to this. That's the change. That shit ain't so funny no more. Rich gentleman, I can't make this shit up, y'all. Short illness. Somebody can fuck around and get sick. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up with these young ass chicks. This person, I'm hearing like 65 plus. So they definitely is giving silver fox. Right? Like shit. Out here with one of these little young baddies done fucked around and took a couple blue pills or some shit trying to keep everything copacetic. Get this chick, marry her, buy a house and all this shit. Gotta work his ass off to keep everything up. Hair done, nail done, everything did. Oh, she fancy, huh? Oh, she fancy, huh? Oh, yeah. Now his ass in the damn grave. I can't make this shit up. Sad news. Crying. Widow. Geico for your money. Yeah, hopefully he had that insurance. I told you. That shit finna steal his damn life away. Fucking good gentleman and theft. Have somebody come in here and allow this person to come in and or he robbed himself trying to do some other shit. And look, and the crazy part, yeah, I'm hearing that because it was giving me that energy. Thank you, Spirit. It's giving that sometimes these gentlemen like have other women or good women or opportunity to build with women that they mesh with, like peer energy, right? And they don't do it. They feel like, women in their age group is all used up or they're past their prime or they're expired like we milk or some shit. You know what I mean? They want to sip on your tit, but then they want to treat you like expired milk, which is always weird. But it's like, they can't run the same motherfucking game on a woman in their age group than they could on a baddie. And so they think. But these young girls these days, these young women, what? These 25, 30-year-old women, look, they got the game locked up. These silver foxes better get a clue. That young thing, get your ass, run circles around you, have somebody else over there too, somebody else. She playing all y'all for the pocket. You think that a silver fox and a 25-year-old chick got some shit in common? It's a damn near a 40-year difference. It's a 40-year difference. Y'all ain't got shit in common. What y'all got in common? Your money and what's between her legs or her company. That's it. It's transactional. So why they be acting like they so shocked that she not into you and your personality because you well-rounded and cultured and worldly? Fuck out of here. She wants somebody that she can go live life with and do shit with. That ain't gonna be passed away by the time y'all kid turn 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's a difference. Shit supposed to be balanced. And these silver foxes running out here to get these young girls ain't gonna do nothing but get their pockets ran and work their damn self into a grave. Fuck around taking all these damn blue pills and shit trying to run around here like you still 35. And you fuck your heart up, the stress. Yeah, that turned out to be a hot ass fucking mess. Thank you. Mini reads. It's some backward shit. Shit need to be flipped. Deepening and delusion. I told you, folks need to free themselves from this deep ass motherfucking delusion they get going on. But somebody has been around Gaia a couple times. You know what I mean? Deepening always speaks to like past life cycles. Once you're on Earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. And it's like maybe it's surrendering the delusion. Both of these cards say surrender. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. So somebody is called to release. To release, to free yourself. Liberation. What are you freeing yourself from? I'm not for sure. Maybe it's grief that you need to accept, like free yourself from suffering, the grips of grief, right? Accepting divine love, offering everything to the divine with detachment. It's just another card that's talking about detachment. You begin a love affair with the spirit, entering to the door to the spirit. Like somebody could have passed over. We did just talk about that. But sometimes we hold on to situations in our life that didn't work out the way that we thought it should, and it causes us grief and suffering. Like we all gonna experience some level of pain, right? It's gonna be discomfort. Things are gonna hurt because we have emotions. We love. We do, attach to one another. But it's a thing about being able to detach, right? Like not be so attached with a vice grip, where when things change, you cannot release and you cannot let go. It is the refusal to detach, the need to hold on, which causes us to suffer. It puts us in a resistant position to the spirit and what reality is, what really is happening, to the what is, and accepting the now, right? When we sit in denial of what is now, we call ourselves to suffer. And spirit is saying once you've been around earth enough times, you learn how to operate with detachment. Like I can engage in things, but I don't have to be attached to it, right? I can engage like this. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I can engage. So when the Most High takes something, I'm not like scared and trying to hold on to it. I can let them have it. They know exactly what I need and what I don't need. So when this thing is that it's time for it to go away, it's no longer good, it doesn't serve, they can take it away. Or, sometimes it's people and their contract is up, like their life cycle, their life journey is over, and we need to be able to release. We are going to have to release. Now, whether you move through the stages of grief determines how long you suffer from that thing, right? So if it's a relationship that you are being called to release because this person is no longer good for you, if you hold on to it and try to force it to be something else than other than what it is, then you will suffer, beloved. Yeah, what is the right action? What is the right action? Let the Most High show you the right action. Let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. They literally just said that. Right? That's the right action. To have your arms open, your hands open, turned up and ready to receive, beloved. I'm out here with it. That's the spirit, keeping it open. Individuality and sacrificing, right? We all on an individual journey. It's a personalized study plan in this earth school, and sometimes people have to move away. Like, you're not gonna be with the same classmates your whole life. People move classes, some graduate, some don't. You know what I mean? Some get double promoted. Some people are taking advanced AP. We all on our different study plan, our different journey. And sacrifice is here. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all the things that need to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice onto love. It's a sacrifice onto you because you are love. Light on voluntary escape. Great day, Barbie. Great day, Rosetta. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I did not know it was so many Kipper decks. It's another Kipper deck that we would like to get. One is, I think it's two more. One is by Intuitive Kev. It's called Kipperish. It's really cute, right? And we would love that. We've been looking at it for a minute. But yeah, we got, let's see. And we just ordered 2 decks of cards, sis. I did pick up Mooncology, so we might get something out of there. Look, 2 Kipper decks, the original. And then we got a small of the original, and then these two other ones. So we got like 5 freaking Kipper decks. Yes, that Kevin's Kipperish deck. Yes. Oh my goodness. The Most High God did that when they did that. Look, it's definitely giving grief and detachment and leaning into divine love. Right? That's the thing. So if somebody is suffering with grief, it's because of a need to detach. Right? With detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. It's with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Just because you desire it doesn't mean that it's going to be fulfilled. Right? Receiving an inner power is here. Inner power give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. That is to release. See? We humble ourselves unto the Most High God who controls the elements. They control what's going and what's leaving, right? If they say it's time for it to go, then it's time for it to go. Hold on only puts us in worse situations. Fuck around and we be sitting in a situation of I told you so. The spirit be like, I told you to let that shit go. True offering to let it go. Right? Yeah. Oh wow. And I couldn't say the whole message, Veronica, because I told you we was getting called to read. We were like this, like, oh, we feel it, we feel it, we feel it, like the burst inside, beloved. Yeah. So clear that. Thank you. Letting go. Letting go. It's all about the letting go. 9 is the year of releasing. Can we let go? Can you let go? Can you change? And because behind the let go card was change. Can you let go and can you allow change? What needs to be corrected? Right? What needs to be corrected? What needs to be reversed? Oh wow, Barbie. And it's always gonna hurt and you're always gonna feel emotions, right? But it's the thing about being able to move through the stages of grief. And sometimes we get stuck in those stages, whether it's denial, whether it's anger, definitely denial and anger. We don't understand why did it happen. We are resistant, to it versus accepting that was their journey, that was their earth plan, right? Victory and storm. So sometimes there is like victory in just being able to go through the storm, to allow the storm, because storms do take you to a whole nother energy. Eagles fly on the winds of the storm. This tornado is clearing ground. Whatever was there, we just said that, like letting go, clearing, right? Whatever is there that this tornado hits, oh, it's gonna clear it. It's wiping down this bridge. Most High God said that don't need to be there. So it's tearing it down. It knows. This is 10 and 28 is a 10. Yeah. But if you can allow it, you will see the victory on the other side of it. See, angel of love. It's the love that makes us hurt. Like, but we are love. We are it. Right? Like on voluntary escape, beloved. You are love. And when you love and you connect, you express it, you feel it, you attach to other people, you develop these relationships, right? When this person transitions back to spirit, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. Somebody could feel like, I don't know, I am hearing the gate is closed for somebody. So maybe you are guarded and don't really want to let anybody in. This could be for somebody that lost a person, right? Like not wanting to attach. You lost somebody that may, been so significant in your life where you don't want to attach to anybody else out of a fear for loss. Yeah, but it's like it was their contract. It was time for them to go, and this is giving me rest and rejuvenate in the spirit. Like that was their earth steady plan. Like that was the end of their journey. That was the end of their contract, so that they can go rest. And it's given like through the storm, they are victorious, right? So if somebody, you know, has that feeling, like I think about my sister all the time, and me and her be talking, as I said, thinking about my sister all the time, right? The thinking man coming out. But my sister, y'all know, had addiction issues and she struggled with it her whole life due to trauma and, things that happened in the family. And she didn't recover from it. She passed from a fentanyl overdose. So she succumbed to that fentanyl epidemic a couple of years back. All of a sudden we don't hear so many overdoses of fentanyl, so I don't know what's up with that. But either way, she was a part of it. And I would still like get a thing because when I think about her memory and her legacy, sometimes it feels tainted by those things. And I always call myself into remembrance and humble myself to the Most High God. Like, we are all the same. My sissy, my gram, like all the women or the people that came before me, all of my ancestors, like we all had to struggle and suffer through something, whether it was trauma, whether it's self harm and self hurt, whether it was addictions and toxicity, whatever it was. But the warning card, the storm and the victory, is giving me something that we had just kind of conversed about in the spirit. Like she was victorious through her storm. That was her earth study plan. And she was victorious. She did it. She finished it. And now she gets the chance to rest in the spirit. And it also makes me feel so grateful that I can feel her presence because she helps me with blessing, beloved. When I tell you that little honey, we pass down trauma. We do. We birth it. It stays in the body, which is why we shadow work is such an important thing to do to heal the body from trauma, the things that plague you or were even passed down through and to you. People don't, they talk about it and they say it, but when we get into what we need to do to heal it, it's like disassociation. I don't understand that. Like, it's time for us to think about it different. Right? If you have father issues, it's important to heal that because you will transmute that down or transfer that down your lineage. You will, if you had mother issues, you will transfer down that lineage. Whatever trauma, and especially, I would say every community carries trauma, but us black folks, look, African Americans, whether you Africans lineage, period, we carry and birth so much trauma. It's not even funny. We were just talking about people being desensitized to violence. When you grow up in war zones, I'm not. Yeah, it was up there, like in terms of murder rate, Chicago, Washington, Maryland, you know what I mean? Y'all know. So when you grow up in war zones, people can be desensitized to violence. They can have a loss of value on life. I'm not just saying that for us. I'm getting it as people. Period. Like our lighter shades of wheat, my Caucasian family. A lot of they people took them to fucking public lynchings and executions. That's traumatic on those children, and it teaches them to disvalue life. Right? Like, it's so much shit that has been passed down to us through culture and heritage that devalues life. It teaches us separation. It teaches that we're different. It teaches that they're human and they're not human. Like, value them, but don't value them. It's like, it's this weird ass shit that's going on, and we keep birthing it. Not only do we birth it, but a lot of people still teach it. And in order for us to make any change, beloved, we have to see each other again as the body. The body. Like, I'm not going to say that this hand is valuable, but this hand isn't. This eye is good, but this eye isn't. My heart is good, but my spleen isn't. Like, we all are part of the same fucking body. It's just maybe time for us to think about it different. As we say, think about it different, the thinking woman. It's time for us to think about it different. Yeah. Release those attachments. It don't do shit but cause grief. Right? Those fucking shits that make us feel like we're so different and we're separate when we're not. The shit that separates us is literally skin deep. Anything else in the steps? Spirit saying now. Yeah, see, solar plexus. Let's transmute that. Let's transmute it. Let's change it. Right? Let's come into alignment with our trueness, our realness. If we are spiritual beings, then your spirit is neither masculine nor feminine. Like, we got energy, right? And we always say alpha and omega because alpha bursts. So you can take it how it resonates. But when I think about your light, when I think about your soul, I don't see a black person, a white person, Asian, Hispanic, Indian, fucking Chaldean, Arabic. I don't see Mediterranean, Greek, Italian. I don't see, Samoan, South Asian, Pacific. I just see another light, beloved. I see another piece of the Most High God, period. What I do see, though, is like, not to make the judgment, but a discernment and connection, is what does your heart do? What does your heart do? If your heart posture is one that's set on, again, negativity, hurt, harm, then I'm not going to connect to you. But if your heart is set on upliftment, ascension, love, and connection, empathy, sympathy, compassion, like gaining understanding so that we can be wise, that we are whole, we're complete, nothing broken, nothing missing, then yeah, we can come around that. We can gather. Gather with grateful hearts, beloved. It's giving strings of destiny. See, look at those strings. Don't it feel like, for one, it's giving connectivity. It's giving meetings. And for some reason, when I saw this part, I need to start hearing Bone Thugs and Harmony meet me at the crossroads. So I am picking up a lot of endings. Definitely truth here with the pillar of leadership, and behind that we have solar crown in reverse, along with lunar beauty, or is that inner beauty? Lunar. Yeah, a couple of these is in reverse. Wheel of life. So some people are not feeling it. Elixir of healing was next, and that's in the upright. So I'm definitely getting a call to healing. I am a leader. I speak in confidence with authority. I lead by example. I am a pillar of character that holds the weight of responsibility for my people. Right? That's huge. That's big. That's major. Given everything that we just said, the Spirit just channeled through us. I am a leader. I speak in confidence with authority. I lead by example. I am a pillar of character that holds the weight of responsibility for my people. So what is it that you're holding for your people in specific? Like, not just because you're African American or Asian or Caucasian or any shade of wheat in particular, but for your heritage, your lineage, going back down your line and all of the mix that's in it, because we all mixed up, right? Ain't nobody just all this or all that. And if you think I'm lying, get your ancestry and see that shit say 100% on any motherfucking thing. It don't. Okay? So what are you supposed to be the leader of? What are you supposed to be speaking up on? What are you supposed to be doing where people can look at you and follow that example? That's huge. It's a part of somebody's destiny. Equinox balance. Definitely balancing something out. Look, the day and the night, the yin, the yang, the light and the dark. Again, we're not 100% this and we're not 100% that. I am in balance. As my seasons change again, I find equilibrium, balance within, light and dark, rest and activity, joy and sorrow are in harmony. I offer gratitude for this divine gift. And that's beautiful, because Spirit was just talking to us about balancing as we were dressing, we were thinking about like how we always say that 1% a day. And we was like, goodness, we put out some messages yesterday. It was like, shit, we hit this, while we was uploading this, we was doing another this, and waiting on, our reading got that because we was getting ready to read again. I think we put out like 4 messages or something like that yesterday. Like it was rolling. And then in some days where the spirit may have us rest. Like, we're not doing anything today. It might be one today. We don't know what the energy balance is going to be. But know that there's a balance, like between rest and activity, joy and sorrow, right? If you have joy and love and happiness, it automatically is coupled with grief and sadness. You cannot have joy without grief. They're going to come together. It is two sides of the same thing. You love them, then you will grieve them. Strings of destiny. Again, for some reason, I keep hearing crossroads. So I pray for anybody that is going through a loss right now. My condolences to you. Yeah. Tool of habit. See? And didn't we say something about tool of habit? Like the things that you just kind of do. So be careful. We were talking about like how we always wipe the cell phone off, like we not even finna use the camera, but it's a habit that we do it. So think about your habits. I will use the tool of habit to build my life, not tear it apart. Right? So you could have habits that are tearing your life apart, that could be wreaking havoc on your life. So review your habits and make sure that all of them support exactly what you want to do in your life, whatever your goal. So if I want to live a healthier life and I want to get these 20 pounds up off you, girl, look, I got to quit making all them damn cookies because we just made some more cookies yesterday, y'all. Them shits is so good. I can't even tell you. And I'd be lying to myself justifying it like, oh, I made it from cashews or Brazilian nuts and macadamias, and it's got some maple syrup that's a little bit lesser on the glycemic index than sugar. Do they still got calories? Yes. I don't think there's enough nuts in there to balance the sugar where the protein and the sugar cancel each other out. I don't think it's balanced. But damn it, are they good? Shit. So, I probably want to wake up a little bit earlier. Go to bed earlier. Wake up earlier. Go down there and use that home gym that we done put together that's starting to collect a little dust because we ain't been on it. And we ain't going to tell you how long we ain't been on it because, anywho, you got the power inside of you to do something different. That's the yang. Look at the power, the light. Happy heart is in reverse. Somebody said. Telling you, I am in control of my future. I am a person who takes action with intention. I endure difficulty and strength knowing that the result of perseverance is success. Focus on the good. Like the sun, I radiate confidence as success is pulled into my orbit. I will be victorious based on my merit, not the whims of chance. Beloved, don't willy-nilly your way through this. We was talking about willy-nilly, and I think last week or something like that. And it came up in Clarity's live yesterday. Some people just willy-nilly their way through it. Just close their eyes and get to running. Can't see where they going. They not aware of their habits. What are they doing? They discount their power. You know what I mean? They don't feel empowered to make change or do things for self. Even to get through the grief. A lot of Buddhist monks will say it's a thing about being happy. Like, again, because happiness is coupled with grief. It's a thing about coming to the middle and sitting in contentment. Being content. Meaning, I'm good with whatever is happening, beloved. I know people, we want to be over the moon and top and ecstatic and all of this shit. But that leads you to the highs, enthusiasm and static, like all the way up to the highest height, and then the grief, boom, the lowest of the low. It is The swing is the wave, right? And we stay on it. We stay on the front lines. It's giving love and war. Queen of Wands. Look, love and war. Queen of Wands. We got the Five of Swords to the Five of Cups. Regret. Yes, it's something about being balanced. 5 and 5, right? Balance your scale. When you come to the part and you be content with life, you're good with what's in it, what's in the moment. Like you're okay, all is well. In this moment, I have everything that I need to do exactly what I need to do. And that's all that ever needs to be. In every moment, I have what I need to do, what I need to do, the moment I need to do it. I'm infinitely abundant. That's abundance. If right now I need to go get a cup of water, if I can go get a cup of water, I'm abundant. I'm rich. I stay in that energy. You know what I'm saying? Not everything else is just excess. It's excessive. It may be more than I can even deal with, touch, experience in any moment. Because I can't be fucking jet skiing and skiing down the slopes at the same damn time. You know what I mean? Like some shit, like you just got to think about it. Can we think about it different? Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Cups. And the Lovers. We stay on the front line. I know she say something else after that, but I don't know what the fuck she say. Look, Lovers to the Two of Cups and the Justice card. Damn, Two of Swords. A decision. Empress. Could be wifey, right? Like, but it's like love and war energy. Battling. Is she battling for her position? Is she battling for her purpose? Is she battling for her own identity? You know, is it that she's just in a fucked up relationship? Is it lustful instead of love? So not just love and war, but this shit is based on lust and now we always at war. I hear ding. Call it on that shit. When you see it, and you recognize what the fuck it is, I wouldn't care how you felt about it. You know, that nostalgic energy, you might need to cut that shit out. Queen of Swords. Think about it. Family. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you have to do what's right. You can stay in a fucked up relationship, love and war, or lust and war, because you feel like you got kids and other shit, but kids are traumatized by seeing their parents fucking fight, especially if it's really violent. You know, whether it's physical violence or verbal violence, you know, kids remember that and they take it with them. It is a part of their modeling. It is a part of their, you know, their molding of their personality. Shit, by the time they 7, 8 years old, they've had some of their foundational wiring set, and it's hard to go back and heal that. That's why so many people, we all do, we need inner child healing. Healing. Star. Yeah, see, the fights, the battles. You'll be confirmation. You'll be surprised, right? Shit is getting going. Look, there's that Five of Cups. Spirit wasn't playing. Seeing that battle can make kids feel a kind of way, and especially if it's that fucking swing. One day they all drinking and partying and shit, then they get to fighting, and now it's this. You know, it's like the swing between the ups and downs, the celebration and regret. We stay on the front lines. Anything else? Yeah, Knight of Cups. Message of love. So it could be somebody coming in to give a message of love to you. Maybe they want to say something. The Lovers, the Star card, maybe they want to heal something. They could. I'm not for sure. But yeah. Work is getting ready to get going. So we're going to have to wrap up the rising message and go ahead and see what Spirit, yeah, it's time for us to go. Spirit said, wrap up the rising message. Work is getting going, so we're going to have to do that. But it's something with the water, right? Connect with your emotions. And again, it's giving me like that emotional, the tide, the wave, right? Lord, take charge with authority. Even if you are finding out how to take charge of your emotions, focusing on the good, transmuting the negativity, letting go what doesn't serve you, positive reframe. 31 is what 4 and 2 is 6. So the numbers for today, 6 and 9 breaks down to 6. So it's still giving and receiving. Are you going to focus on the negativity and continue to cycle that around? Or are you going to focus on the good, which means that you will put out more good, you will receive more good, you will experience more good? Gratitude. Unleash the wild within. So definitely tapping into your wild side, following your instincts. Look, water guardian, again, connecting with your emotions, all that shuffling. To come back to that, in the omega energy, trusting unknown. It's giving eagle like fly. You could be a person that once you could have been in this she wolf energy, like all instinct, very primal, you know what I mean, type of energy. Then connect with your emotions, balance out your flow, and then turn into the freaking eagle. You could use the storm, connecting to that Father God energy, knowing that everything is well for you, everything is okay, no matter what you are experiencing. You can reframe your whole life. You can reframe it just by following your intuition, connecting with your guardians or your emotions. Connect with your guardians. So they said that for a reason. So connect with your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, right? Every guardian and help that's with you, and know that the Omega Father God has you. Like where there's a beginning, there will be an ending. But where there's an ending, there's also a new beginning. So it's something over there that they're gonna pull out. I don't know why I'm seeing etymology, so we might get that book. I do see as a man thinketh as well, so it's something about thought. We saw the thinking man and the thinking woman coming out, so it's something with the mindset. So we will dig into that on the lunchtime message. Thank y'all so much for being here for the rising session and just chopping it up. See where the energy is going for today. Until we meet again, focus on the good. Carry that energy with you, Ashe. Come to contentment, to par, so that you are no longer swinging through the highs and lows of your emotions, right? You can positively reframe, focus on the good, and go with the flow. To the next now. I love you so much, just like I love me. But, it's according to my capacity. But it is growing and expanding on a daily by 1% at least. Sometimes your balance is different. You might need to rest. You might need to be active. But listen to the AO so you know what right action to take. And wait for divine timing. It could be faster than you think. We gotta go to the next now. I love you, Eve.